All right, everybody, welcome to the broadcast today. I'm getting an echo here. I'm going to try and get that figured out. All right, after a quick dash out to the vehicle, we've had a hit by a pitch. So the leadoff hitter, Orlando Gonzalez, the shortstop, is hit by a pitch on the very first pitch of the game. It's going to bring up Corbin Ford. There's a ball all the way back to the screen, and the runner moves to second. All right, now we'll see if we can get going with some of our regular cameras here. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast today. I missed out on some of my pregame stuff. There's a bunt foul down the left side. All right, so here we go. See if we've got some sound here. Bunt foul down the left side. We do, which is very good. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's out in the dirt. Blocked by Carlin. So Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard across the infield, left to right for the Blue Devils. Freeman and Adams and Sanchez in the outfield. Carlin behind the plate, and Peters on the mound. That misses for 3-2 the count. So 3-2 the count. Runner at second base. comes the 3-2 from Peters, a high fly ball into center field, but that's going to be shallow enough to be taken care of by the shortstop. Cole Dawson out in shallow left field for the first out of the game. Gonzalez retreats back to second base. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Quentin Carlberg. Carlberg will step in with one out and a runner at second base. Strike called outside corner. Carlberg starts the day batting .415. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the first inning. Carlberg, the third baseman for the Red Ravens. Swing and a miss of that pitch, so 1-2 the count. Runner at second base, 1 out. Comes the 1-2 from Peters. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the second out of the inning, that's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez, the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .364. He steps in on the left-handed side. First pitch to him is a ball. 1-0 the count. I think I finally got my breath back. Welcome everyone today. Had to run out to the car and grab some equipment to quiet the noise here. I had a little reverb there. Matt misses outside, so 2-0 the count. Sunshiny day in Kansas City, Kansas, on the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. Light breeze blowing out to left field. Swing and a miss of that pitch right through there. 2 balls and a strike. Comes the 2-1. Another swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner still at second base after being hit by a pitch and moving up on a wild pitch. Foul ball backing out of play, so we'll do the 2-2 again. That's up high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the inning action. Some of the information that I didn't get to. Blue Devils are 8-0 in conference. They are in first place in the conference with Cali, Johnson, Fort Scott, and Coffeyville following close behind. Another foul ball backing out of play. Coffeyville starts the day 13-11. They are 5-7 in conference play, putting them in 5th place out of the 8. Actually 9, I believe. There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Runner coming for home. Relay is going to be out at home, so a base hit to left field. Hit the cutoff perfectly. Guns him out at home. So at the end of half an inning, a little bit of fireworks getting things going here. Welcome, everyone, out at home. And we'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. No score. I'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the inning we go. Chad Hayes on the mound. He's from Grove, Oklahoma. He has a 4.70 ERA, 30 2/3 of an inning pitched. Dawson, Bosserman, Bard, Sanchez, Hutchison, Adams, Buffington, Carlin, Freeman. Peters on the mound. Lefty Chad Hayes on the mound for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. Oldest son, Tommy, played a year down at Coffeyville. Did you bring that up off of my view there? Nicely done. All right, camera's not cooperating there. The camera's cooperating a little bit. Cole Dawson, the shortstop, going to lead things off. He starts today batting .386. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Oh, and 1 the count on Dawson. Stays outside. Curveball doesn't make it back to the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. That breaking ball makes it down to Carlberg. Carlberg over to Mannix for the 5-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will step in. He starts the day batting .392. That's up high, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Bosserman, the second baseman. One and 0 the count. Chad Hayes, lefty on the mound for Coffeyville. That ball breaks inside and low. 2-0 the count on Bosserman. Inside corner, strike called. 2-1 the count. 1 out. Strike called outside part of the plate. From left to right across the infield, Carlberg, Orlando Gonzalez, Ford, and Mannix across the outfield. Bell, Kraft, Diversary, Graves behind the plate, and Chad Hayes on the mound, the defensive set behind the lefty Hayes of Coffeyville. 3-2 the count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Want to welcome everyone to today's broadcast. Pushed back one day due to cold weather. That stays up high, ball 4. So Bosserman with the 1-out walk. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in with 1 out and 1 on. Bard missed action last Saturday, didn't feel well. Still is number 3 in RBI in the conference, both East and West. He starts the day batting .346. Runner at first. 1 out. Strike. Starts out wide, comes right back across the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Throw over to first base, back in safely over there. There's a base hit into left field by Bard. So a base hit, going to put runners at first and second. With just 1 out, that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez will step in on the right-handed side to face the lefty. Sanchez starts the day batting .338. Runner at second. Runner at first. Just wide of first base down there for a foul. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Pablo Sanchez, he's the right fielder. Comes the 0-1. Breaking pitch, makes it back to the strike zone, starts out wide, breaks back across. We have a strike zone today to keep things moving. Not saying bad, just telling you he's calling a lot of strikes. The lefty Hayes is around the plate, makes for a quick moving game. There's a base hit into left field. Coming around and coming toward home is Bosserman for the base hit of Sanchez with an RBI. So that's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. So the Blue Devils with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. That's high and outside, ball 1. So Bard at second, Sanchez at first. Hutchison at the plate. Strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 in here in the first for the Blue Devils. They lead 1-0 with just 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. First game is a scheduled 7-inning game. Second one is a 9. We'll travel down to Coffeyville for the next 2 tomorrow. Breaking pitch right through there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 2 strikes are curveballs called Coming back across the plate. Runners at first and second. A little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. It's outside. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Hutchison, the third baseman, needs to be swinging at anything close here. Here comes the 3-2. There's a foul ball down behind Coach Golbeck. Blue Devils scored 1 so far here in the bottom of the first. Ball headed down into the corner, but foul. Runners at first and second. Still just 1 out. We'll do the 3-2 again. Ball 4. Curveball didn't quite make it back to the zone. That's going to load the bases up for Caleb Adams. Adams starts the day batting .351. He'll step in with the bases loaded to face the lefty Hayes from Coffeyville. Ball breaks inside. Caleb Adams, the center fielder. One and 0 the count. It's high and outside. 2-0 the count. Going to have a quick visit to the mound. We'll take a little break. See if there's any changes. We'll be back. All right, the visit is over. Misses outside. 3-0 the count now. This one of those times you hear walks as good as a hit, and I say, nope, it's not. Base hit. Might score 2, probably score 2. There's a strike right through there. 3-1 the count now. Bases full of Blue Devils. There's ball 4 low and inside. So an RBI base on balls issued to Adams. That's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington, the platoon catcher, but has earned duties today as the designated hitter. Buffington starts the day batting .372. That misses low and inside. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Foul, actually. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Welcome to today's broadcast. Have a few more viewers right now than we usually have this time of game. I appreciate you very much tuning in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Breaking ball stays way outside. Bases loaded. 2-0 lead for the Blue Devils. Breaking pitch stays outside. So 3-1 the count. We'll see if the designated hitter Buffington is taken all the way. I would guess he's free to swing at something in a specific spot. I stayed up a little bit high for base on balls. So another base on balls scores the 3rd run. That's going to bring up Carlin. Carlin will step in. 3rd run on the board now with the base on balls. There's a strike called, somebody out front. Yeah, come on, get you ahead here, 2-7. Carlin, the catcher, hoping to get something on the outfield grass. 0-1 the count to him. That misses a little bit low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Comes the 1-1. There's a ball headed into deep left center. It's going to be taken by the center fielder, but a sac fly for Carlin. So an RBI sac fly for the 4th run of the game for the Blue Devils. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in on the left-handed side, lefty versus lefty. Runners at the corners here. There's a bunt down the first base or third base side and safe. That's going to be a bunt hit. He had that beat out. And another run score, so back to the top. Freeman started the day batting .355. So back to the top of the order we go. The Blue Devils with a barrage, if that's the correct way to characterize that. Dawson's going to step in. He's from Russellville, Arkansas. A little behind on my bookwork. It's runners go. And safe, got the hand in over there. So a stolen base. Who's that stolen base by? Jays, help me out. Buffington with the stolen base. It is actually a 5-0 lead. I haven't got my office work done up there. See if I can get to that here in between the pitches. 5-0 now. That's inside, and hit on the foot is Dawson. So that's going to load the bases up for Bosserman. Bosserman is from Oak Grove, Missouri, went to Green Valley High School. He'll step in with 2 outs, bases loaded. He walked his first time up. There's a hit by pitch, breaking pitch across, hit the back leg on the knee. So a hit by pitch for another run. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard is going to step in for his second at-bat of this game. Blue Devils now leading 6-0. Bard had a base hit to left field his first time up. It's high and outside for ball 1. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas. Went to Piper High School. Want to know the count on the first baseman, Bard? That's up a little bit high. Two and 0 the count on Bard. Stays a little bit outside. 3-0 the count. Guarantee you we got green light here. Bard, number 3 in the conference in runs batted in with 36. That ball just misses for ball 4. Going to get a visit to the mound at a pitching change. We'll get all that information and we'll be back. Blue Devils up 7-0, still batting in the bottom half of the first. I'll be back. All right, the pitching change has been made. Jaden Quarles normally wears 55, has 38 on today. He has a 4.5 ERA. That stays up high. He is from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. He's had 10 innings pitched so far this year. He's up there with 2 outs and the bases loaded. That's high and inside. The high heater from the tall righty from Arkadelphia. So Hayes goes 2/3 of an inning. 2-0 the count on Sanchez. He had an RBI base hit his first time up. There's a fly ball to center field. Coming over to take care of that is the center fielder Kraft for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Blue Devils plate 7 runs at the end of 1 inning. Blue Devils lead 7-0. I'll be back. All right, to the top of the 2nd inning we go. Scheduled up, Mannix, Kraft, and Graves. Mannix will step in to lead off the 2nd inning for the Red Ravens. There's a foul ball back and out of play. Mannix starts the day batting .345. Tying outside. 1-1 strike to the first baseman, Jackson Mannix. Comes the 1-1. It's a little bit low. 2-1 the count. There's a ball headed into deep left field. That's going to get over Freeman's head. It's going to be extra bases, so a stand-up double for Mannix to lead off the top of the 2nd for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. That's going to bring up Kraft. Kraft will step in with nobody out and a runner at second base. Kraft starts the day batting .167. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Carlin. 1-0 the count. Stays up high, 2-0 the count. on Kraft. A.J. Kraft, he's the center fielder for the Red Ravens. It's high and outside, misses just a bit. So 3-0 the count. Mannix led off with a double. Kraft at the plate. That's a little bit low for ball 4. Bad news is you walked. The good news is now you got a force all the way across the infield. That's going to bring up Tanner Graves, the catcher. Graves will step in with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Graves starts the day batting .242. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. Tanner Graves, the catcher. Hutchison and Bard in at the grass. Squares to bunt. The bunt's down. That's going to be taken by the third baseman, Hutchison, and over to Bard at first for the sac bunt. 5-3 sac bunt by Tanner Graves. So that's going to bring up Diversary. Diversary will step in with runners at second and third now with 1 out. Diversary starts the day batting .261. Foul ball out of play down the right field line. Runners at second and third. 0-1 the count. Outside, check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Lead off double, then a base on balls, then a sac bunt. With Diversary, the right fielder, up there now with 1 out. Outside, nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin. So 2-1 the count. Arlen Peters from Schagensfeld, Manitoba, on the mound. He's been given a 7-run lead. He needs to be a little more around the plate. There's a ball right down through there, fouled back into the screen. So I asked for him to be around the plate, and he came right back there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Runners at second and third lead away. Strike 3 called inside corner at the knees. So that for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Bell. Bell, the left fielder. He'll step in with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Bell starts the day batting .292. There's a strike right through there. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Peters on the mound. Jack Bell at the plate. Just misses a little bit outside. That's a good-looking pitch right there. Ruled just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position for the Red Ravens. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the left fielder, Jack Bell. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils leading 2-0. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, back for another inning of work is Jaden Quarles. Scheduled to face Hutchison, Adams, and Buffington. Hutchison walked his first time up. He's from Hayes, Kansas. That ball's upstairs. Carlberg, Gonzalez, Ford, and Mannix across the infield left to right. Bell, Kraft, Diversary across the outfield. Graves behind the plate. Quarles on the mound. There's a strike called right through there. 1-1 strike to the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. He walked his first time up. There is a line drive hit hard, but right at the right fielder, Diversary. So that's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams had an RBI walk his first time up. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. Strike called inside corner. 0-1 the count on the center fielder. There's a ball headed into left field. And that is off the foul pole, better known as a fair pole, for the home run. So a home run for Adams. That's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington will step in after that. 1 out, home run, 8-0 lead now for the Blue Devils. Just misses a little bit inside, 1-0. Buffington is from Andover, Kansas. There's a ground ball headed at the third baseman. He's up with it. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, but he puts the tag on. So Carlberg over to Mannix, and Mannix with the tag for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Carlin. Carlin is from Lawrence, Kansas. He went to Lawrence Free State High School. He takes strike one. Carlin had a sac fly for an RBI his first time up. He's up there with 2 outs. There's back-to-back pitches. Little benders just in on the inside part of the plate. Called strike 1 and 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch in the dirt. It's a ground ball off the glove of the pitcher. So that ball goes Quarles, Ford, Mannix for the 1-4-3 ground out. Blue Devils pick up one run on the solo home run by Caleb Adams. We go to the top of the third. Blue Devils leading 8-0. Stay with us. All right, here we go to the top half of the third inning. Scheduled up Gonzalez, Ford, and Carlberg for Coffeyville Red Ravens. Orlando Gonzalez will lead off. He's the shortstop. He's from Chitre, Panama. He'll step in to lead off the third inning for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. There's a high fly ball to left field. That could be trouble if it stays fair, but it's way foul. Hit way up on a tree up there, but foul. Oh and 1 the count. He was hit by a very first pitch of the game in the first inning to get things started. That's up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking pitch fouled back and over the top of us. So 1-2 the count now. Blue Devils 8 runs on 4 hits. The Red Ravens 0 runs on 2 hits here in the top of the third inning. Foul ball. There's Hutchison, Dawson in, Freeman over the top of Peters there on the left side. It's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. He's up with it and over to Bard for the 4-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Corbin Ford. He's from Durant, Oklahoma. He hit a pop-up into shallow left field for an out the first time. There's a base hit into right field. Sanchez didn't feel like he could get to that, so that's a base hit to right field for Ford. That's going to bring up Carlberg. Carlberg is the third baseman. He's from Lee's Summit, Missouri. He'll step in with 1 out and 1 on. Outside, nicely blocked by Carlin. 1-0 the count on Quentin Carlberg. He was a victim of a strikeout by Peters his first time up. Comes the 1-0. That stays up high at 2-0 the count. Two and 0 the count. Runner at first base is Ford after the 1-out walk. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Excuse me, 2-2 the count. Thank you, Jace. Oh, I got you. Shoot, I thought I was all goofed up. All right, 2-1 the count. Now it's a 2-2 count. That strike on the outside corner. Your premonition was right. Correct, I should say. Runner at first. Peters on the mound. Carlberg at the plate. Little bit low. So 3-2 the count. Throw over to first, back in safely is the second baseman Ford. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard left to right across the infield. Freeman, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield. Carlin behind the plate. Peters on the mound. That misses up high for ball 4. So a ground out, a base hit, and a base on balls, and that's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez. Austin is going to step in on the left-handed side. Gonzalez is from Shawnee, Oklahoma. He steps in with runners at first and second and 1 out. Low and inside, blocked nicely by Carlin. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Fouled back to the screen, so 1-2 the count. The foul ball backing out of play. 1-2. Blue Devils with an 8-0 lead here in the top of the third, hosting the Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens. We'll travel down there for the games 3 and 4 tomorrow. There's a foul ball back in the screen. We'll do the 3-2 again. Today's game was scheduled for yesterday. It was moved to today due to cold temperatures. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Runners at first and second. There's a ball headed into right field. Sanchez is up with it. Going to be safe at second base. So an RBI base hit for Austin Gonzalez. He has 2 base hits. 1 to left field, 1 to right field for an RBI. So the Red Ravens on the board here in the top of the third. Runners at first and second, still 1 out. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Mannix. Ball breaks outside. Mannix is from Sydney, Australia. He steps in. 1 out, runners at first and second, righty versus righty. There's a swing and a miss. Believe a slider there, just enough to keep him out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 run in the inning for the Red Ravens. The ball stays up high. 2-1 the count. Nicely blocked by Carlin to keep it from going back. Runner moves to third, but guns out. The runner trying to get to second. So 2 outs now. Caught stealing, I believe, was Austin Gonzalez. Two outs now. I missed what happened there. Was that base on balls or did he get hit? Runners now at first and second. Kraft, he walked his first time up. He'll step in. Misses low, 1-0 the count. Kraft is from Rogersville, Missouri. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes. We'll take a break. We'll be back. All right, wisdom has been imparted. Peters stays in. There's a foul ball backing out of play. One ball, 1 strike. 8-1-0 for the Blue Devils. Or excuse me. Yes, that's correct. 8-1. We are in the top of the third. A little bit low and outside. 2-1 the count. Each team with 4 hits, but the Blue Devils with 8 runs. And the Red Ravens with just 1 so far. Misses just a little bit inside. 3-1 the count on the center fielder, A.J. Kraft. He reached on a base on balls. He's holding up 2-1 down here. Jace was the umpire. Sometimes you can't get it to click, and other times it takes 2. Well, now, the umpire just changed it to 2-1. He changed it to us And now he's going to let him go ahead and be down there. He just held up. Jace, you had 3-1 correct, but he was holding up 2-1, so a base on balls to load the bases. Tanner Graves steps in. Not your fault, in my opinion, Jace. So we'll be okay here. Graves is from Roth, Oklahoma. There's a ball headed for the gap. 2 runs will score. So 2 runs in on the RBI. Base hit to right field by Graves. So that makes it 8-3. That's going to be all for Peters. Coach didn't come out and fuss the 2-1 count, so he must have had 3-1 over there as well. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll get those changes. We'll be back. Stay with us. All right, here we go. Chase Terrell comes in the game. Chase is from Linwood, Kansas, went to Bonner Springs High School. He has a 3.78 ERA over 16 2/3 of an inning. He's scheduled to face Diversary, who was called out on strikes his last time up. Run's going to score, but the out is going to be recorded. So the Blue Devils give up give up a run to get the final out of the inning. That's going to make it 8-4. We go to the bottom half of the third with that lead of 4 by the Blue Devils. We'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the third we go. Blue Devils leading 8-4. Darius Freeman, then back to the top of the order, Dawson and Bosserman. Freeman will step in. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. That misses just a little bit outside. Want to know the count on Freeman? Freeman pulls that one foul. He had an RBI bunt hit down the third base line his first time up. 1-1 the count now. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 2 high and outside. There's a ball headed into right field. So Freeman with the lead-off base hit to right field here in the bottom of the third. So back to the top of the order and Cole Dawson. Dawson will step in with a runner at first and nobody out. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. There's a ball headed into right field. Gonna hold him at second base. Throw is offline, but no move up. So back-to-back hits here by Freeman and Dawson. That's going to bring up Parker Bosserman. Bosserman will step in with runners at first and second. Bosserman has a base on balls and then a hit by a pitch that resulted in an RBI. Nothing going on back there at second base. Freeman retakes his lead back there. Runner at second is Freeman. Runner at first is Dawson. Nobody out. Bosserman at the plate. Squares to bunt. Takes high ball 1. I like the bunting game that the Blue Devils are using this year. They can bunt for sacks and they can bunt for hits as well. Squares to bunt, takes inside again. Charging hard on the square to bunt is Mannix at first. The rotation is coming toward first with the runner at second base. Carlberg staying at home. Two and 0 the count. Squares to bunt, takes up high ball 3. Does Bosserman. Jaden Quarles on in relief of Chad Hayes. Quarles from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. 3-0 the count now. on the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Strike called outside half of the plate, top part of the zone. First game of a doubleheader, 7-inning scheduled game. Second game's a 9. Here comes the 3-1 from Quarles. Squares to bunt, takes ball 4 up high. So Bosserman gets a walk. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in with nobody out and runners at each base. The bases are loaded for Bard. Bard will step in. Bard had a base hit his first time up and then an RBI walk his second time. Strike, curveball, catches the outside corner, breaking pitch. Owen won the count on Brendan Bard, the first baseman. Another breaking pitch. Slapped it into right field. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. So a double to right field gives Bard 2 more RBI. To his credit, makes the score 10. So runners at second and third, still nobody out. Bard with the double for 2 more RBI makes it 10-4. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez has had a base hit for an RBI and a fly out to center field. He'll step in with nobody out. Runners at second and third. Foul ball straight back to the screen. Quarles on the mound. Carlberg, Gonzalez, Ford, and Mannix across the infield left to right. Bell, Kraft, and Diversary across the outfield. Graves behind the plate. Quarles on the mound. Owen won the count on the right fielder Sanchez. Time asked for and granted. Breaking pitch stays up high. 1-1 the count. 10 runs on 7 hits for the Blue Devils. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Red Ravens. No miscues so far. Both teams like it that way. There's a breaking pitch. Stays on it, fouls it straight back to the screen. So 1-2 the count. Want to remind everyone watching on YouTube, if you would hit the thumbs up, like, and even subscribe. We love subscribers to help support the channel as we bring you Blue Devils baseball. There's a foul ball just fought off on the inside part of the plate to stay alive. Bard at second, Bosserman at third. Dawson and Freeman both scored on the double by Bard. The 1-2. That stays up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. 2 runs in the inning. The foul ball backing out of play. believe Johnson County's games yesterday were pushed back today as well. The Blue Devils 8-0 in first, Cali 11-1 in second, Johnson County 9-3 in third place. There's a little foul ball going to get out of play. Runners at second and third. Still nobody out with the Blue Devils batting here in the bottom half of the third inning. They've plated 7 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 so far here in the third. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now time asked for by Sanchez. Got a little bantering going on with the fans and the stepping off and the extra time and the 20 seconds and trying to keep things moving. Here comes the 2-2. There's a breaking pitch. Slaps it foul. We'll do the 2-2 again. The 2-2. Breaking pitch. Fouls it back. Foul ball hits the screen. Umpire gets plenty of help from our fans.
That wind almost blew it back in.
Yep, the wind is blowing not tremendously hard, but it is coming out of the south, blowing out to left field. There's a foul ball. Jace, I've lost track of how many. I know we've had at least 4 foul balls with the 2-2 count.
We've got to be over 10 pitches.
Guys are down here looking for some foul balls, and they're checking on the wrong side. Now they're coming back to where it was. So the visit to the mound from Tanner Graves to impart some wisdom for Quarles, Jaden Quarles. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 runs in the inning. We'll do it again. Another foul ball back to the screen. Getting just a bit of those curveballs. Comes the 2-2. That's outside, so 3-2 the count. Runners lead away. The stretch by Quarles. There's a base hit into the corner, past the diving third baseman. Carlberg can't get a glove on it, and that's Sanchez for the 2 RBI double into the left field corner to score 2 more for the Blue Devils. That's going to make it 12-4. We're going to get a visit to the mound. Not sure about a change. We'll take a break. We'll be back. All right, pitching change has been made. Aaron Geisler from Wichita, Kansas, 0 ERA in 4 2/3 innings pitched. Palmer Hutchison scheduled up. He's had a base on balls and a line drive that was right at the right fielder. He'll step in to face Geisler for the first time. Way up high, ball one. Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. He's up there with nobody out, and Sanchez at second base after that RBI double. Outside. 2-0 the count. May not see anything too close here with first base open for Hutchison. 12-4 the score, bottom half of the third inning. Scheduled 7-inning game. That misses a little bit high. 3-0 the count. There's a strike right through there. Second base is Sanchez. It's up high for ball four. So that's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams had a home run his last time up. His first at bat, he had a RBI base on balls. So he'll step in with nobody out now. Runners at first and second. Low and outside. Want to know the count? That's up high, ball two. 2-0 the count now. Pretty good hitters count here for Caleb Adams. Already has 2 RBI, 1 on a walk and 1 on a home run that hit the foul pole. A high fly ball to right field coming in is Diversary. He'll take care of that for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington will step in with runners at first and second. He will step in with 1 out now. 1 out on that fly to right field. Runners at first and second. There's a line drive headed into center field. Going to maybe have a play at home. Nope, coach holds him up at third to load up the bases for Camden Carlin. So Carlin will come to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. Carlin has a sac fly for an RBI and had a ball go off the pitcher's glove on a line drive to the second baseman to ground out. He'll step in. 1 out, bases full of Blue Devils. Strike right through there, outside part of the plate. "12-4 lead for the Blue Devils." Waits on that breaking pitch and fouls it down the right field line. So quickly down in the count, 0-2 is the catcher, Camden Carlin. Aaron Geisler from Wichita, Kansas on in relief. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. He's up with it and over, and he's going to be safe at first. So the fielder's choice, 6-4 for an RBI for the catcher, Carlin, makes the score 13-4. Stepping in on the left-handed side. Now we got runners at first and third with 2 out. And the Blue Devils have batted around for the second time in this game. It's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman led this inning off with a base hit to right field. There's a swing and a miss of that first pitch. He had a bunt hit for an RBI his first time up. Was willing to take a sack but beat it out. Then had a base hit to right field. There's a foul ball down the first baseline. I didn't put it past him to square and bunt right there. But now with 2 strikes, probably not. 0-2 the count. 5 runs in the inning, 7 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third for a total of 13. Red Ravens with 4. There's a ball headed to center field. That's taken care of by Kraft. At the end of 3 full innings, Blue Devils lead 13-4. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, back to the inning, or back to the mound for another inning of work is Terrell. Scheduled to face Diversary, Bell, and back to the top of the order, Orlando Gonzalez. Oh and 1 the count. Strike 2 called. Side armor Chase Terrell on the mound, bringing it from way over the third base side, catching the outside corner. 0-2. That's way outside. So 1-2 the count. Diversary was called out on strikes his first time up. There's a swing and a miss. Diversary is from Fayetteville, Arkansas. He goes down on strikes. That's going to bring up Bell. Bell is from Andover, Kansas. There's a bunt attempt, and it's foul. Bell, the left fielder, Top of the fourth inning action. There's a ball headed to deep left field, and that's going to be off the wall. Extra bases for Bell as he puts that one off the left field wall. Got an out, 1 out, back to the top of the order, Orlando Gonzalez. He was hit by a pitch to start off the game and then grounded out to Bosserman at second base. He's up there with 1 out. And a runner at second base in Bell. Foul ball. Bunt attempt. Down and off the foot. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard across the infield left to right. Freeman, Adams, Sanchez. That breaks outside for 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 on. Freeman, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield from left to right. Carlin behind the plate. Terrell on the mound. That pitch breaks just a little bit outside. You almost can't even reach out and slap that one to right field as a hitter when he throws that breaking pitch and it comes over from the third base side. Still gets a piece of the plate. Here comes the 2-1. Runner goes. There's a base hit up the middle. And a run will score. So an RBI base hit for Orlando Gonzalez. He gets an RBI to bring the total to 5 for the Red Ravens. So that's going to bring up Ford, the second baseman. Throw over to first, back in safely over there. Ford's popped out to shallow left field to the shortstop and had a base hit to right field. Throw over to first, back in safely again. Bard doesn't even put a tag on. There's a strike right through there. Runner at first base is Orlando Gonzalez. There's a foul ball back to the screen. And caught stealing is Gonzalez. A little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now. No, Jace, I was just after the view. Nothing was wrong. A lot of times when I'm getting your attention, it's because something's wrong, huh? 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. We've got a view up above us that you guys see in. Oh, just missed a little bit outside. Looked pretty good from up here. So that's a base on balls. We've got a little TV that's hanging above us that we get to see what you guys see, and that view at first base is a view that I've added this week. So that's going to bring up Carlberg, the left fielder. He's struck out. The third baseman. He's struck out and walked. He takes strike 1 called. Misses outside. Lead by Ford at first. It's a high fly ball to left center. Fading back at the warning track and taking care of that is Caleb Adams. So 1 run in the inning makes the total 13-5. Blue Devils lead. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Blue Devils leading 13-5. Geisler back for another inning of work. Back to the top of the order. Dawson, Bosserman, Bard scheduled up. Dawson will step in. He's had a ground out, a hit by a pitch, and an RBI base hit. There's a ball just a little bit wide of third base. 0-1 the count on Cole Dawson, the shortstop. The ball deep in the shortstop, and that's going to be an infield hit. A nice job by the shortstop, Orlando Gonzalez, to give that a shot. Slipped a little bit, pulled him off. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman's had a walk, a hit by a pitch. His hit by a pitch yielded a run with the bases loaded and a base on balls so far. For him, that's up high. 1-0 the count on the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. 1-0 the count. There's a ball off the glove of the third baseman. I believe that's going to be a base hit. And then off the glove. So a base hit off the glove of the third baseman. Blue Devils end up with runners at second and third. That's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard will step in with runners at second and third, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning action, Blue Devils leading 13-5. Bard steps in. He's had a base hit, an RBI base on balls, and 2 RBI double to his credit so far. There's a foul ball back and out of play. Runner at third. Is Dawson. Runner at second is Bosserman.
He's diving and it hit the lip, and that's why it kind of hit.
At the plate.
Yeah. Typically, if they're diving and if a play is made, it's lit too.
1 ball, 1 strike
I mean, the first one,
to Bard.
he makes that, and that's just taking away. It's a sports center top 10 play. But that other one, he's diving full extension. That's a hit. He did everything he could, and he still can't make that play. Okay, we thought the same. That's a hit. Let's go.
There's a ball headed right up the middle. So 2 RBI base hit for Bard. So he has a walk for an RBI, a double for 2 RBI, and a base hit for 2 RBI. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's a change. We'll get everything updated. Blue Devils lead 15-5, batting here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back. All right, pitching change has been made. Juan Gonzalez from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, comes in to pitch. Has a 9.0 ERA. Pablo Sanchez has a base hit for an RBI, a double for 2 RBI, and a fly out to center field. That's a little bit low. Looked pretty good to me. 2-0 the count. The strike zone has been consistent for the most part. Bard at first base. 2-0 the count. There's a ball headed to deep right field. Long run for Diversary. He catches that. Bard tags to go to second base. Slow a fly out. Moves Bard to second base for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison is walked, lined out to right field, and walked. Bard at second base. Hutchison at the plate. Juan Gonzalez on the mound for the Red Ravens. 0-1 the count. Out nicely blocked. That was in the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher, Tanner Graves. Outside and in the dirt, hard to block that one and keep it from glancing off to the side and letting the runner move up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. The high fly ball to shallow right field. Second baseman going out and takes care of that, does Corbin Ford for the fly out. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams has a base on balls, a home run, and a fly out to right field. He will step in with a runner at second base. 2 outs now to face Juan Gonzalez. Strike outside corner. See if we can get a 2-out hit to make this lead 11 instead of 10. The high fly ball to shallow right center. Coming on to take care of that is Kraft. So the Blue Devils plate 2 more. They take a 15-5 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. In a 7-inning game, the 10-run rule. The Blue Devils need 3 outs here, and the Red Ravens need a run to keep this thing going. We'll be back. All right, to the top of the 5th we go. Peyton McHarg has gone into right field. He's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. He's in right field. There's a little check swing. That is going to be foul. So McHarg in to right field. Defensive change made as the Blue Devils need 3 outs to end this thing here. There's a strike called, 0-2 the count. Misses high. So Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard behind Terrell, Freeman, Adams, and McHarg across the outfield. There's a ball headed into right field, right at McHarg, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Jackson Manis, the first baseman. He's had a double and a base on balls. He'll step in to face Terrell with 1 out now in the top of the 5th. There's a ground ball headed at Dawson. He's up with it and over to Bard for the 6-3. That's going to bring up A.J. Kraft. Kraft will step in. The Red Ravens down to their last out. That misses just a little bit, 0-1. 15-5 lead, top of the 5th inning. There's a strike, breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. 0-2 the count now. Kraft has 2 walks, one with an RBI. Ruled outside, 1-2 the count. This is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Red Ravens down to their last strike for the time being. In this one, they trail 15-5. There's a ground ball headed into right field past the diving Bosserman. So a 2-out hit and life for the Red Ravens. That's going to bring up Tanner Graves. He has a sac bunt and a base hit for 2 RBI. He'll step in to face Terrell. Terrell's out there with 2 outs. There's a fly ball down the right field line. Long run, and that is going to be a fair ball and dropped by Bosserman. A long run. It's going to be ruled an error. I thought maybe that would be a hit, but ruled an error. He got there in plenty of time with it coming down. Had plenty of time to get. He was there, just didn't make the play. So runners at second and third. Pitch breaks outside. Diversary at the plate. He's been called out on strikes and struck out swinging. There's a ball headed to deep left field. And if it stays fair, it is a foul ball. Got a lot of yell. I didn't even think it was that close, and the whole crowd is pointing down there to that. Not sure if the screen gets to where it's hard to see, but ruled a foul ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That would have definitely sent us to another inning of play. But for now, the Red Ravens still down to their last out. There's a foul ball out of play. We'll do. Runners at second and third. 2 outs, 15-5 the score. Game 1's scheduled 7-inning game. Second game will be a 9. That's way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 5th inning action. There's a ball headed down the right field line. comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Terrell comes in after 2 2/3 inning to pitch the rest of this one. That is the final 15-5 in 5 innings for the first game. We'll be back in about 20 to 30 minutes. Hey, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up so we can get more views for these Blue Devils of Kansas City, Kansas Community College. First one in the books, 15-5 against Coffeyville. The Blue Devils beat the Red Ravens 15-5. We'll take about a 20-minute break, finish this one up, and we'll be back for the second game.